Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. Today, we're stepping onto literally the biggest stage in global sports, the FIFA World Cup 2026. Get ready, because we are unpacking match number 14 today. And let me tell you, it was an absolutely thrilling Group L opener where Belgium barely edged out Egypt. We're talking a pure showcase of individual brilliance, fascinating tactical battles, and a totally dramatic edge-of-your-seat finish.
So going into this matchup, the overarching question was simple, but man, the stakes really couldn't be higher. Who survives this Group L opener? You know, in the World Cup, that first match, it's everything. It sets the tone, it completely dictates the momentum, and honestly, it can define an entire nation's road to the final. Both of these squads stepped onto the pitch knowing that walking away with 3 points wasn't just, a nice-to-have goal. It was literally a matter of tournament survival.
All right, Section 1. Clash in Group L, Tactical Philosophies. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. This matchup perfectly captured a classic tactical contrast. On one side, you've got Belgium's philosophy, which is basically dominate the ball. They wanted to dictate the entire pace with quick passing, relentless movement, and just heavy possession in the final third. But right across from them stood Egypt. And Egypt, they didn't even need the ball to be lethal. Their whole setup was built on this incredible defensive discipline, basically absorbing the pressure and just waiting for the exact right millisecond to strike on the counterattack.
Moving on to Section 2. First half, striking back.
Right from the starting whistle, Belgium completely took control. They were entirely on the front foot, just executing their game plan perfectly by dominating possession and working tirelessly to stretch out Egypt's defensive shape. And you know what? That early pressure paid off beautifully. They put together this flowing, dynamic attacking move that just sliced right through the lines, resulting in the opening goal. So Belgium grabs a very deserved 1-0 lead, and at this point, they are making their tactical approach look completely flawless.
Now, falling behind early against a possession-heavy team, that can completely break a squad. But Egypt, they remained incredibly disciplined. Actually, scratch that, they were practically a brick wall mentally. They slowly but surely grew into the game right through the middle of the park. Their midfield just became so much more influential. They started disrupting Belgium's rhythm, winning those crucial second balls, and finally, starting to launch those dangerous counterattacking opportunities they've been looking for all game long.
And that growing influence? It led to absolute magic, just moments before the halftime whistle. I mean, the momentum shifted in an instant. Egypt pulls off this lightning-fast attacking move that catches the Belgian defense completely flat-footed. Just when Belgium thought they were taking a nice, comfortable lead into the locker room, boom! Egypt strikes back to level the match.
So, the crucial point is, we're looking at a 1-1 halftime score, and suddenly we have a wide-open football match on our hands. The tension in the stadium was just palpable. Belgium's early dominance was totally erased in a flash, and Egypt suddenly has all the belief in the world heading into a massive second 45 minutes.
Which brings us to Section 3, second half end-to-end action.
Coming out of the tunnel, the second half saw the competitiveness absolutely skyrocket. Both teams were just desperate for a winning goal. And that tactical contrast we talked about earlier, it was amplified tenfold. Belgium kept enjoying the lion's share of possession, probing around the box, trying to dictate the tempo. But Egypt, every single time they transitioned forward, they looked so incredibly dangerous. It was like the threat of the counterattack hung over every single pass Belgium made.
Because of this dynamic, the game just opened up entirely. I mean, it was frantic out there. Chances were appearing at both ends of the pitch, forcing these absolutely crucial defensive interventions. Goalkeepers and defenders on both sides were pushed to their physical and mental limits. This right here was the exact kind of high-intensity, knockout-style football that just keeps you completely glued to the screen.
Section 4. The decisive late winner. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is if you trace the emotional roller coaster of this fixture, you go from Belgium's early dominance right to Egypt's 45th minute shocker. The momentum swings are just relentless, before finally culminating in those closing minutes. Late in the match, under immense pressure and with super heavy legs, Belgium managed to produce a moment of sheer quality in the final third. They converted a brilliantly worked attack to regain the lead right when it mattered most.
Of course, Egypt wasn't just going to roll over and go down quietly. No way. With the clock ticking away, they threw absolutely everyone forward. I mean, they were bombarding the Belgian half, desperately searching for another dramatic equalizer. But the Belgian defense stood tall. They absorbed the pressure, cleared their lines, and somehow managed to hold on to secure all 3 of those crucial points.
All right, Section 5, Standouts and Match Summary. Let's move to and see how this builds.
2-1, a hard-fought, dramatic, and just incredibly earned victory for Belgium to open up their 2026 World Cup campaign. They survived a truly stern test against a highly organized opponent today.
And this brilliantly illustrates the vibe online. The immediate social media reaction basically captured the global frenzy perfectly. It read, "Late drama in Group L. Belgium edge Egypt 2-1 in a thrilling World Cup clash, packed with goals, intensity, and a decisive late minner." Complete with the fire emoji, obviously. It perfectly summarizes the sheer entertainment value this match delivered.
Now, for those of you looking for the structured bottom line, here are your key takeaways. 1. Belgium strikes first after dominating early possession. 2. Egypt responds with a beautifully well-taken equalizer right at the half. 3. We get treated to a breathless end-to-end second half. And 4. That late Belgian winner proves to be the ultimate difference maker.
Honestly, both sides deserve immense credit here. From Belgium, the attacking players consistently found ways to create opportunities, eventually breaking down a very stubborn defense. And from Egypt, their midfield and their counterattacking play kept this match incredibly competitive for the full 90 minutes. It was a true clash of strengths.
So, for the record books, in this FIFA World Cup 2026 Group L clash, Belgium secures a vital 2-1 win over Egypt. Those 3 points are now officially locked in, forming the absolute foundation of the group's standings moving forward.
Which leaves us with one final, pretty massive thought to chew on. How will this vital 3-point victory impact the rest of Group L's road to the final? Belgium definitely has the momentum now, but Egypt proved without a doubt they can go toe-to-toe with the world's best. The ripple effects of this intense clash are going to be felt throughout the rest of the tournament, for sure. Keep your eyes on Group L, folks, because the drama, it's just getting started. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.